When I was 19 years old, I sold every stock that I owned. I emptied my savings account and I put $15,000 into just one crypto coin just to lose it all in about a week. And the worst part wasn't even that I lost $15,000. It was that I knew better. I had already done the smart thing before. I already knew the right move to make. But when it came down to it, I wasn't able to actually do that because I just got greedy. So if you're in the military right now and you have some money saved up and you're thinking about investing it, this is the video that I wish somebody made for me before I blew out my money. In fact, all of these videos that I make here on this channel is because nobody sat me down and told me this stuff when I first joined the military. So let me take you back to that time. I was 19 years old, so that would have been 2 years in the Marine Corps, and I just quit my job at Olive Garden, and I started working with my mentor, Charlie Chang, who taught me everything that I know about social media and content creation today. He's the CEO of the company that I still work at today, and together we run about 50 different YouTube channels in a bunch of different niches. At the time, I was also living with my girlfriend off base because I'm in the Marine Corps Reserve, not active duty, and so a big difference with that is I had to pay for my own rent at that time. Now from 18 years old to 19 years old, so that whole year, I was doing everything pretty good. In terms of investing, I was dollar cost averaging into the stock market at that time. And that means just putting a little bit at a time compared to putting thousands in lump sum all at once. So I was investing like a couple $100 maybe into the total stock market, the S&P 500, and a bunch of other solid long-term blue chip stocks like Coca-Cola or Microsoft or things like that. And over that year, since COVID, right, I started investing during COVID, I had built up about $10,000 worth of stocks in that account because I put in about $5,000, $6,000 and everything doubled after, obviously COVID made everything go down, and then it doubled since then. On top of that, I also had, 5 grand saved up. So the 5 grand plus the 10K that I sold from my stocks, I put that all into one coin. And that was pretty much everything that I had at 19 years old, which looking back, like that's not too devastating now, but back then it was everything that I had. I mean, keep in mind too, I just quit my job at Olive Garden, which is maybe a little bit more safe if you're more traditional, to work with somebody in social media on YouTube and go full time on that. I was doing maybe 60 to 80 hour weeks at the time. And I was just trying to learn, I was just trying to learn how social media works, how content creation works. And I was trying to figure out how to build a real career in this space. And looking back, if I had just not gotten distracted, if I just focused on social media, content creation, and if I put that $15,000 into content creation instead, that would have been a much better loss compared to losing it in crypto. How I even got into this was I found this guy online and he would live stream basically explaining his whole thought process in terms of the long-term play with crypto, all of the short-term plays, the bull markets, the bear markets, etc. He was really smart, really educated, and he broke down everything really simple for a lot of beginners to understand. And so because of that, I was watching his live streams, and one of the biggest crypto coins that he was talking about at that time was Luna. So both learning from him and also doing my own research, that's basically how I was convinced that Luna was going to go to the moon. And it did, but wasn't expecting it to go back down to zero and stay there forever. So yeah, I was working 60 to 80 hour weeks. I was also staying up late to learn about the cryptocurrencies and learn about the crypto markets and learn how to invest in that. And I would watch so much of his live streams every single weekend or every single chance that I got that I wasn't working on social media. I was learning about crypto. And here's what makes it worse too. Like that wasn't even my first time investing in crypto. I had invested before into Dogecoin. That investment, I put $500 into Dogecoin and it doubled. So it went up to $1,000 and I took out my initial investment. So I took out my $500 investment. So anything after that, whether it was profit or it went down to zero or whatever in the negatives, I wouldn't actually be losing any money. And that's the play that I should have done with Luna too. Like that's honestly what anybody should do if they're investing in something that's not super stable and not super safe. So my $15,000 in Luna, that doubled, right? So that went to $30,000. And at that point, I should have known to do the same thing and just take out my $15,000 and ride the rest of it profit. Worst case scenario, I would break even, and best case scenario, I would go to the moon and make tens of thousands of dollars. Honestly, in my head, Luna wasn't going to stop at $30,000. And at that time, all of the news surrounding Luna and all the mathematics and fundamentals of how that coin was supposed to go, it was supposed to go way beyond 30K. If it kept going, my money could have turned to $50,000, $100,000. And I think where I really lost was when I attached my dream at that time to that amount of money. So my plan was to take that money, if I were to make $75,000 to $100,000 $15,000, I would put that into a down payment or whatever I could into a house. You see, at this time, my family moved from California to Texas because everything was getting very expensive for them. And that's actually why I moved out on my own in the first place with my girlfriend, of course, because my parents moved out. And of course, like a good son of an immigrant mom, I wanted to bring my mom home. So that was my dream at the time, to buy her a home with the profits that I would have gotten from Luna. My mom is honestly the hardest working person I've ever met in my entire life. She came to this country from Vietnam as a teenager and she started from nothing. I mean, nothing. She didn't know English. You know, she was fleeing from a war-torn country basically. And every single day of her life, she worked very hard. She would work late and wake up early. She would be in charge of cooking food for myself and my brother. And after that, she'd clean up after everybody, go to sleep, wake up early to cook, go to work, and do it all over again. And at that time, tying back to my story, I thought Luna was going to help her get a home in California so that she doesn't have to worry about that anymore. And that was my way of taking steps to pay her back. And I think that's the biggest reason why I held and I didn't sell the 15K in Luna. And then it started to fall. And instead of taking my money out when it started to fall, I decided to buy more. And this is what they call in the industry catching falling knives. And I remember that day, I literally asked my girlfriend, I was begging her to send me $1,000 to $2,000. I don't remember the exact amount, but I asked her to send me that money so I can invest more into Luna. I thought the dip was just gonna be temporary. Like I thought this was gonna be a really good buying opportunity. And of course she trusted me and she sent me the money. And then, you know, after the fact, it obviously wasn't a dip. This whole thing was collapsing and I just didn't know it yet. So yeah, my $30,000 turned to $15,000 and then $10,000 and then $5 and then $0. I still remember the time I was at the gym and I had just gotten done with my workout and I opened up my phone. I looked at everything and I was just in disbelief. I didn't even know what to tell my girlfriend. I was super embarrassed. You know, I was literally begging her that whole day and I was trying to convince her that it was such a good idea. And I told her, hey, this is gonna double or triple and I'm gonna be able to pay you back. And then I thought about all the Marines in my unit that I told, you know, hey, you should invest in this coin as well. Look at how well it's doing for me. I told my best friend from high school, he also invested. And they all went through a similar thing, right? They all saw the double or triple or whatever that they got from their investment and then it all went crashing down. Thankfully, none of them put, you know, 15 grand like I did, but to this day, I still feel a little bit guilty that they lost money because I told them to buy. And I was really, the term is I think shilling. I was really shilling the coin, which basically just means I was trying to convince them really hard and I was trying to sell them on the coin. So yeah, like when all of that went crashing down, like I didn't know what to say to my girlfriend. I didn't know what to say to any of my Marines. I didn't know what to say to my best friend who invested because I put him on, right? At this point, Charlie told me to just stop looking at crypto. Like he was just like, yo, don't even look at the markets because it's just gonna depress you and devastate you even more, because he understood how much that $15,000 meant to me and how it was probably all I had at the time, because it was. I mean, I was just 19 years old, right? Later on, I learned that he went through something similar where he spent $15,000 to $20,000 on a clothing brand and it didn't end up working out. And so he basically went through the same loss, except he didn't lose it doing a dumb investment into crypto like I did. He did it actually trying out in business and entrepreneurship, which is a much better loss in my opinion. But yeah, that failure is what eventually led him to YouTube, to building a multi-seven-figure media company. And looking back, the big lesson here is just focus, right? Just putting your focus on things that actually matter. For Charlie, he said that the reason why that business didn't work out is because he put all of his money into the clothing and getting all of his supplies and not actually focusing on marketing. For me, it was focusing on what I had in front of me instead of getting distracted and focusing on crypto. The biggest loss was, you know, a year's worth of smart dollar cost average investing into the stock market. It was all the time that I spent watching live streams about crypto and watching people live stream all of their crypto portfolios, investing into Dogecoin and Luna and all that stuff. Again, at that time, I was doing social media, I was doing content creation. And if I had taken all that time, all that energy and all that money, and I put it into what I was actually doing as a career, it would have done so much better. I was trying to find a shortcut to wealth and that wasn't the move. I still think that I would rather lose $15,000 losing all of that in crypto than to lose $15,000 paying for tuition at some college where I learned about something that I'm not even gonna use in life. That's something that I could say I am proud about. But yeah, if I just took that $15,000 and I put it into education or a better camera or anything that could help me grow my YouTube channel, I think I would be doing much better now. And that's something that I would also be able to control too, right? I can't control the markets. I can't control whether, big whales decide to sell all their shares. So that also taught me the lesson of focusing on things that I can control. I can't control the stock market. The crypto markets are even more volatile. So obviously I can't control that either. And this isn't even my first time losing focus. I mean, I think 1 or 2 years after that, I started an Airbnb with my girlfriend and that ended up losing money too. So that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. But again, all of these lessons are just coming at me now. And so I want to make these videos and talk about them so that you guys can learn from my mistakes and avoid losing $15,000 from just not focusing. And over the years, I built up a filter in my head that I use when I'm trying to invest into something and use my money to grow my businesses. I ask myself, A, will this grow my YouTube content or my businesses? And not like a different business, like an Airbnb or real estate business or anything like that. It's, okay, my YouTube business, how is this gonna help me become a better content creator? And the second question that I ask is this something that I can even control in the first place? Or is it a situation where I'm really just hoping that I get the result that I want so that I can have this dream that I'm attaching to that result? And I think having that filter has saved me a lot of time and money as a result of these lessons. And it's kept me, I think, more focused on everything that I'm doing now compared to in the past when I was way too distracted. So if you're in the military and you're investing into blue chip stocks, you're investing the right way, the smart way, you're dollar cost averaging, you're investing into like the S&P 500 or whatever, keep doing that. Don't sell, especially if you've been doing that for a year, for some crypto hype coin. It's basically a bet, it's basically gambling. I can promise you that being very consistent at the boring stuff is gonna make you way more money. Another boring thing is to just open up a high yield savings account. This is something that I'm gonna push so much more now in my content. Military members need to open up a high yield savings account. This is where you need to park your emergency fund, basically. An emergency fund is all the money that it would require for you to live for 3 to 6 months if shit hits the fan. This is super boring, like just saving money, putting it into account, but you need to put it into a high yield savings account where you're getting 3 to 4% APY compared to the bigger banks like Front Wave Credit Union. If you're a West Coast Marine, that bank is only giving you like 0.01% or something like that. And also invest in skills too. Like if you're in the military and you want to get into content creation, invest in that, in better camera equipment or a course on how to make better content. Or if you want to get into real estate, invest into educational resources and don't get distracted by anything else. Just focus on one skill. There's so many things going on social media, especially now with AI. It feels like too much. Like I can't even open up my Instagram now without feeling like my job is gonna get taken over by AI and everything's gonna go downhill. But I have to remind myself like, hey, this is just a bunch of hype and I really need to stay focused and stay in my lane. And that's another thing too. Like with social media, you feel like you're just behind. Like at 19, I felt like I was behind. Even now at 24 years old, I still feel like I'm behind. Even though I'm doing pretty well, I would say statistically compared to other 24-year-olds in the US. But it's just, social media has such a great way of making you feel like you're behind. Whether it's somebody who's more fit than you or makes more money than you, or is just living a better life than you. You really have to stay focused on what you can control and you need to stay in your lane. Can't get distracted by what people are putting on social media. So yeah, nowadays, I'm not even mad that I lost that $15,000. I think it was honestly meant to be. Like I am very grateful for that lesson. So although I never, bought my mom a house with crypto, I'm now working on something that is going to be able to get me there one day. And it's something that I can actually control because I'm investing in myself, I'm investing in my businesses, and it's helping me compound that over time. And so this is not as much of a gamble. It's more of me investing into my skills and leveling myself up over the years. The saying in the military, what you put in is what you get out. So if you put your time and your money and your energy into yourself, that is the best investment that you can ever make. So yeah, that was my $15,000 lesson. If this was helpful, then please share it with somebody who in the military needs to hear this. And if you want to be around other military members who are very serious about their finances, about leveling up, making more money, saving it, and investing it, then you should join my Skool community. It's totally free. I'll leave a link down below. And I'll also leave a link down below to the best savings accounts that you can open up right now in the military. Which, speaking about that, if you want to learn more about that, I just released a video on why your military bank account is costing you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars per year. So if you want to watch that video, click right here.